Yeah.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Dude, did you see this thing? Somebody posted it on Facebook, and I tried to share it with you, but I don't know.
You're gonna have to give me a little more go on than that.
Why can't I do it? It was like this little interview with some guy about millennials.
Yeah, I shared it with you, I think.
No,
I didn't?
I don't think so.
He's kind of a weird dude, but he talks a lot.
He's getting interviewed by somebody.
Yeah, but the other guy didn't really ask him a question. He just talked.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah.
That dude's awesome.
Did you share it with me?
Yeah, I think I sent you guys a copy of it. I could be wrong. Maybe I didn't. I saw it though. It's fantastic.
I did too. I liked it a lot. Delta Protective.
Yeah, that's the same way. So I kind of did like this.
What's that crunching sound? Is that me?
Yep.
Is that crunching sound me?
Yeah, it was. Whatever you were doing. You're eating chips.
No, but like my sound is weird.
Oh, I don't know. I can hear the potato chips. That's all I got.
That sucks.
Where's B at?
I don't know.
Every time she's the last one, you know.
I know. And you're not hearing any of that?
No.
That crackling? Okay.
Yeah, as soon as we start talking bad about her, she shows up. It's amazing.
Oh, you're
I think my cord's finally going bad on my headphones.
Also, eating potato chips is not.
No, I'm not eating chips. I'm eating these like.
For the purposes of recording, they're the same though. That's the.
Yeah, that's true. So you're not hearing any of it though.
I hear static.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Then it's probably me. Hold on. Let's see if I just do this. Is that better or worse?
That's stop.
Better.
Damn it!
Like Chinese water torture. What is that? You look so pretty, B.
Oh, thanks.
Look how long your hair's getting.
He doesn't
I know,
say
I
that
have
to
a
me
haircut
ever.
tomorrow.
I know. Because you always wear the same hat.
Listen, we're out of Advent now, Jason. You don't have to be nice to women anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's true. It is true.
Is it Thanksgiving?
I
No.
I got that email from God too.
How the heck? Why am I doing this? What?
Oh.
You were what?
Huh?
Boo.
We were just talking about that Facebook. Delta Protective Services added a new video. Simon Sinek explains the millennial paradox. Have you seen it?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's okay, B.
I'll share it with you on Facebook. Like,
Okay, I'm not on Facebook a ton, but I'll go look for it.
No, I'll message it with it.
Okay.
So you don't have to look around for it.
So Simon Sinek, I looked him up after I saw that video, and he's got like a bunch of videos, and he's like this like motivational speaker or whatever. He writes these books. I've never really got into his stuff, but I kind of watched some more of it, and he's basically got that 15-minute spiel, and he just gives that in a bunch of different places, but he doesn't change it up hardly at all.
Something about millennials?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having trouble. You don't work at Mimi's Cafe. That's a different Bianca, right?
Bianca Quesada? Yeah, that's weird.
There's somebody else that it comes up.
Mimi?
You're friends with? That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. But I don't know. I'm
Technology. What are you
Technology.
gonna do?
Search.
But so Bianca, he's got these like 4 factors of millennials, like how millennials come to exist.
They do exist.
In a certain way, like, so there's this, like, what he calls the millennial problem, and there's these like 3 factors that are sort of outside of anybody's control, and then he thinks it's compounded exponentially by the fact that they go into these environments that are not designed for millennials, but the environments, like the corporate environments they go into, are designed for profits and winning. And so so you have this like generation of people who have these 3 things, like he would say, like bad parenting, technology, and I can't remember the other one. Oh, impatience. And so you take these 3 traits of millennials and you put them in an environment where it's wired to run a different generation.
Mm-hmm.
And so when this generation starts failing at that environment, the impulse is to blame the millennials. And his thing is, but that doesn't make any sense. It's the environment, like it's the environment's job to make it adaptive enough for these guys to survive.
Yeah, because the next generation is going to be just like them, but worse.
Right. So
And they're the ones buying
it's
everything.
interesting. It was intriguing.
What do they mean by bad parenting? Does he go into that probably?
He gave a
goes
couple
into-
of examples.
Yeah. He like by giving people awards even if they're last place, that
Mhm.
actually makes their self-esteem worse.
Hmm.
And they
There were a
tried,
few things like that.
yeah, parenting techniques that just didn't work.
Yeah.
I really liked when he was talking about like the social media stuff, how it releases dopamines the same as alcohol, smoking.
Uh-huh.
And he says the same reason that people fall into alcoholism and that kind of jazz is the same reason this millennial generation is, without knowing it, addicted to
Yeah.
They're
social
fun.
media stuff. Yeah, social
Yeah.
media stuff, because you look and you text like 10 people just so you could have the dopamine release of getting 10 texts.
Yeah. Interesting.
Hey, what would Marshawn Lynch say about all that?
Marshawn.
That's my most forwarded
I
video.
love that so much. It's my favorite.
Oh, that one.
I do
Yeah.
too.
I thought you were thinking Jason's eating Skittles right now on the podcast.
You run through a mofo fast, and you don't have to worry about them no more.
Over and over.
Over and over. I miss that guy so much.
That guy was the man.
Nobody wants that.
I kind of liked him, and then I saw the Bear Grylls with him, and I love him.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know he did that.
He did it with that. That's an awesome show.
that
that
show's
made-
amazing, right?
Yeah, Greg brought that in.
I love that show. I think it's the most pastoral show on television.
Really?
Yeah,
He's pastor, bringing him through the desert kind of stuff.
yeah, it's amazing, and like they know they can't do it themselves. He gets guys
Mhm.
once in a while who want to try to, and he's just fantastic with that too.
Yeah.
But he's just
Uh-huh.
like, he gets them to open up in ways you would never get on a regular talk show.
Your other recommendation of The Voice, I tried to
Yeah.
see your aspect to it. I do like the coaching part of it, but I can't get past how much I don't like the coaches.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just can't.
Fair.
Like, I can't. Blake Shelton, I don't know. There's some people I'm like meet.
Listen, I get that.
Yeah. I just kind of want to shave. his
I hate
head.
it when people just keep eating on microphone. That's why.
Right. And these are actual peanuts. It's 12:30, man. I'm starving to death. Anyway, let's go.
Thought it was the same time everywhere.
I'm not hungry, so Jason should be hungry.
Yeah,
I'm about to be hungry.
I put the camera on the books, so now it's like
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
You see less of my triple chin.
It's amazing that took 4 weeks.
Yeah, more than that. Look at my stash is coming in. Awesome, man.
Oh, dude. I
Oh,
don't know, man.
the
I don't know. Bianca's screaming me out of it.
I was being like Jason's
Hey,
personality.
Josh, come here for a second so you can say hi to these guys. You guys remember my oldest kid, Josh, right?
Yeshua,
Yes, but he was very
deliverer,
small.
I picked him up at soccer practice this morning. He's just coming to say hi real fast.
deliverer.
Hey! Hope
That's
you're having a
very
good break.
This is the last of the
Yeah, we
peanuts.
gotta record a podcast.
This is the last of the peanuts.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's gonna fill in for me one day hosting because his voice sounds exactly like mine right now. But pretty soon, no, never mind. I'm not gonna say that joke on this podcast.
What?
All right.
Man, you guys are just eating away.
I had to eat
That
something.
was Josh.
I was running low. I just wrote my sermon because the whatever it's called, the office. The office is closed tomorrow, so
That's a random day to close it.
instead of eating, because it's most companies close it Friday
Monday.
or New Year's or something
Oh,
like that.
New
Monday. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. But we're closed already on Friday, so
Don't you control that?
I do. But I could. if it were up to me, I'd just say everybody off. But
Why is it not up to you?
Sounds
it
like
is
they
kind
are.
of it is kind of up to me. Yeah.
Well, there you go. All right. Hey, so I've been editing the other ones.
Yeah.
Holy crap, is that a lot of work? First off, just want to go on record, and if we can avoid any technical difficulties, it's going to make my editing life so much easier. So
Okay.
those are my hopes. But I've got a lot of stuff to edit still.
Put the
So
peanuts
basically,
away.
if we do movies and TV today,
Okay.
then we're free to take a week off and get kind of figured out. Or what I was really thinking is we're free to test out a different format for a week. And then if it sucks, we just won't post it.
I think we should just do 3 best. Because I'm missing just
Yeah. I'm with
like I'm the list thing is okay. I give it a B-. But
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back to just
I'm with you.
I like processing stuff with you. That's one of my favorite parts of it's like having a
Yeah.
friend, you know?
No, it's kind of like that.
It's kind of like that because it is that. But I like the checking in and catching up with current
I do
events.
too.
Okay. So let's
We'll
do the
get back
list.
to that one soon.
Okay, good.
Last day for the list then.
Okay, good.
You want me to start it?
No, how about Bianca starts it?
Yeah.
Also,
Bianca.
I thought you were doing the list because it was end of the year stuff. It's not like
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's purpose. There's purpose, and I fully agree, and I'm all in with. I think we should get some lists on the air. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to voice. I can't wait to get back to just checking in and chewing the cud.
Rat-a-tat-tatting. I like it. I'm with you.
Yeah, chewing the cud with what's going on.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the world, being pace setters and jet setters.
That's how we are, man. Well-groomed young go-getters. That's us.
How about
Bianca just laughs at us.
how about we change our names? This is JG and B, or GJ and B, or JBG. Just like instead of ABC, but JBG.
How about you keep working on names and get back to us when you get a good one?
JBG. It's easy. 1, 2, 3. We can have a theme song.
I'm all in on a theme song. You put together a theme song.
JBG, because
You listen to like 8 million bands nobody's ever heard of. There's no way one of those guys would give us a theme song to use. I feel like that would work.
Oh yeah.
Just talk
That
to
might
one.
work.
Say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm one of your 4 followers. Could we borrow your song for a podcast?
That reminds me. Have you seen the show Lovesick? I think
No.
it's Netflix or Amazon.
It's Netflix. I know what you're talking about. Is it good?
Yeah. It's okay. It's about this guy, and he's diagnosed with chlamydia, and he has to go back and tell all of his old girlfriends chlamydia.
It's a great
He tell all of his old girlfriends.
But this is a long story to tell. I'm watching that show, and
It's when you got to explain to Zeke what chlamydia is.
Yeah.
no, I was just watching it with Leah. But the main star on it is an actual British folk singer. And his
Oh, really?
name, yeah, his name is Johnny Flynn, and he did a movie with Anne Hathaway called Song 1. That's how I found out about it.
Yeah.
Give it a B- or D even, maybe. I don't even know. It's not a very good movie, but the music's in it's awesome. And so I looked into this Johnny Flynn. Yeah, it's the end of the story.
That's a
Great
super good
story.
Yeah.
But look into Johnny Flynn. The guy's ridiculous. If we were doing 5 best, I would say he would be on there. He's
Does
just
he sing on the show?
Yeah, he sings in the movie. No, he doesn't sing on the show. It's funny because the show, it's called Lovesick, but it was, I'll look up what it was originally called. It was originally called something else, and it's really funny. I forget but because the Brits people.
Is it just
Yeah.
we all have
The Brits.
chlamydia?
Yeah.
No, it's called like, I'll look it up. It's funnier. Bianca, introduce this stuff.
Which one are we
You
starting
jump
with?
in with the name of this show
I know. He's setting it
right
up. so
when
that
he's
he can-
introducing it, man.
Well, I'm trying to look up. I'm not very fast here on this World Wide Web thing. Johnny
No,
Flynn.
you're not.
All right.
All right, B, do you know how the intro normally goes?
Oh, the intro? No.
That's you this time.
I thought you guys were saying start the list.
Wait.
No, you gotta do the
Serenity?
intro. Do it.
Serenity?
You listen to a lot of podcasts, so just do an intro for us.
Introducing your names and what we do.
And you, yeah. Introducing the podcast, asking people to sign up, tell friends, subscribe, and then today's theme is going to be movies, or whichever one you say first, because it's gonna be 2 podcasts today. So.
Okay. Which
before you do that, the name of it used to be called Scrotal Recall.
That's way better.
Wait for it. Isn't that funny?
That's way better.
Anyway.
And then they changed it.
Yeah, to Lovesick.
That's funny.
Scrotal Recall. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Intro, B.
Okay. We are Greg Richards. Are we supposed to say last name? Sorry, let me start over.
Let's try this again.
What's your middle name, Greg? What's your middle name?
Yeah.
We are Greg, Jason, and Bianca. We are pastors around the country. We used to all live in San Antonio together, doing ministry together. And now Greg is still in San Antonio. Jason's in Michigan. I'm in Seattle. And we get together every once in a while and we talk about what we're enjoying in pop culture, just in life. And today we are going to be going over our favorite TV shows from the past year. So subscribe if you like it, tell your friends about it. We'd really appreciate your follow.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thanks, B.
And they're in no particular order. We just shout them out.
Yes, no.
And how about Greg? You start this week because I think Bianca started last week.
Yeah, I think we made her start last week. That's
and then I think I started the week before that or something.
All right. I think I put mine roughly in particular order this time, just for the record. I don't know why I did that, but I don't usually do that. All right. So my 5th best show of the year, I liked the Fox adaptation of Lethal Weapon. That was a good new show. I've enjoyed that one a lot. I wasn't sure I was going to like it that much, and then I've.
Are we doing TV shows? I thought she said movies.
I said TV.
She said TV
good.
shows.
Okay, good. And we're doing 5.
We're doing 5. I'm just going to run through mine.
I know. I was surprised when you said 5.
Also, in the future, there's going to be 3, probably.
I know, going into the future, but we said we would do our 5. And then we would comment on those 5.
Got it.
And then we would go to the next person.
TV
shows. We're going to keep them like half-hour, 40-minute podcasts. So we're going to try to that. All right.
Okay. Wait, what do you like about Lethal Weapon?
I like the buddy cop thing. Like, I like the action. I like that they don't fit together, but they totally fit together. That kind of thing. I dig that about the Lethal Weapon one. All right. Also, my next one, number 4, is The Night Of from HBO.
Oh, yeah.
I talked about that one on the podcast before. That one was really good. My 3rd best, I really liked Pitch. So I'm going to give that one out to Jason because he told me to watch that one, and I did, and I really liked it. My second one, my second favorite one of the year was Westworld. I really liked Westworld on HBO. I thought that was a great combination of like sci-fi, mystery, and Old West stuff, which I like. And then my favorite show, I thought the best show of the year was Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
I really dug that one. We talked about that on the podcast a bunch before, but I really like that one. I've watched that series like 3 times now, I think, because I've got a kid who likes it, so we watched that one. It's really good. I've really, really enjoyed it. So that's probably my list. I think that's probably in order, too, for me. I'm not 100% sure.
From 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
I did 5 to 1. So my best one was Stranger Things. I think Stranger Things and Westworld were a different level than the other ones.
Yeah.
And the other ones were all pretty good, too.
So they're nothing alike. And you've watched the series Stranger Things 3 times already?
I think so. 2.5 maybe.
Wow.
Because I watched it once on my own, like in a night, because it just it was really good. I was like, oh crap, I can't turn this off. And then so I just watched the whole thing. And then I was like, I told Abby, I was like, hey, I think you would really like this because it takes place in the 80s and blah, blah, blah. So I started it with her and got a few episodes in with her. And then she's like, we should probably let Calvin watch this. So then I went back and watched the whole series again with Calvin. So
wow. Yeah, I like that one too. It wasn't one of my top 5, but I like
this list thing more and more, just because I I bet you I could have put out those top. Pitch was the only thing that kind of surprised me. But those are awesome. It makes it so we'll really have 15.
Right, that's the thing.
Best. Yeah, that's what
maybe like 12 or 10 or something.
And Bianca asked, "What's your favorite part of that Lethal Weapon show?" And it almost made my top 5 too. But the reason I didn't put it on is because I knew you'd put it on. But I love it's the same reason I love the movies. I love Riggs, the main character, just that he lost his bride. You know, he's working from this like deep pit of despair, and it makes him fearless. There's something about that kind of hero that just I think that makes the show 20 times better than most other ones. Which is
with you. I like that part, and I like the racial dynamic where like the white guy is down on his luck, drunk, alcoholic, can't get his stuff figured out, and the black guy lives in this really nice house and has a beautiful family. And
can we just say that David Wayans? I mean, really, that guy's just—I love that guy.
David Wayans is the best, man.
Yeah,
ever since Living Color, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ever since Living Color. How about Major Payne? That's
my god,
underrated movie ever.
I love that movie.
I saw that movie in the theater with my friend Bill Inman.
That movie was fantastic.
I know. I'm going to put my foot. I love that. Okay.
Wait, can I say one thing about Stranger Things? What I liked about Stranger Things, even though it's not my number one, is it really is like the process of them growing up. I mean, they start off as kids, they end up as mature. And I was reading afterward. I read Something Wicked This Way Comes, the Ray Bradbury book, and it's all about that. I mean, I think he's a little bit more covert about it. But all of these books, these like sci-fi books, these teenagers going through stuff, I mean, it is like, okay, yeah, they're saving the world, but also it's this moment of like going from kid to adult that I really love. And I think Stranger Things did a really good job with that.
I think it did too. You know that the main girl, she was Stephen Colbert's youngest interview. I saw it, and they've been, since Stephen Colbert's been off for the last couple of weeks, they've just been throwing old interviews on, and that one was excellent. So if you want to look at Late Night with Stephen Colbert and interviewing that main star, that girl with the shaved head,
Millie Brown.
She's hilarious too. She's hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious too. She was talking about how she's British, so she didn't have to figure out how to hide her English accent until like towards the end of the show. Yeah. Because she was like, all I was doing was just standing there going. It was really funny. That's good. Who wants to? I'll go next. Okay. I'll do my 5.
Yeah.
Mine are in no particular order. I did This Is Us. I did American Housewife. I did Longmire. I did Travelers. Those are the 2 Netflix series that I kept on there. And then I kept on Pitch because you surprised me with that Pitch thing.
Nice.
I haven't heard of a lot of those ones.
What is Travelers, Jason?
Yeah.
Travelers is that guy from Will and Grace, and then he was on a show on TNT with like I don't know anybody's names, but the actor, that main actor, he was like a mathematician on some other show that would see his dead wife or something on the TNT show. But this Travelers is the future the world has gone awry. It's kind of like a play on Terminator, but not. Yeah, and they're sending people back from the future into their souls kind of are housed in people right as they're about to die.
Huh.
So they send these back, and they're travelers, and they're mixed in. There's thousands of them within the world right now. It's current day, and there's people living amongst us that are actually from the future, and they make these teams, and they have missions to try and fix the future. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of that one.
Yeah. It's because all the TV stopped. So we're just scrounging for TV, and we're just looking at and found it on Netflix, I think, and we binge watched the first season. Longmire is the only one that was
never heard that one.
not new. It was
Yeah.
it was like the 5th season.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lonely
yeah.
has been for a while.
But
You
it's
guys have
impressive.
chosen new shows, like brand new.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Is
I
that
had to cut out, because we cut out Game of Thrones, and because those were amazing seasons. I thought
I agree.
there were some in like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think there were some comedies that
What
kept
about your
going.
radio? What about? I thought
The
you had
only-
like vinyl.
The final, yeah, it fell apart.
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
fell
apart.
that's why I
I
don't think
never watched it.
yeah, it fell apart. It totally fell apart. The
Yeah.
only comedy on my thing is American Housewife. This was a comedy low year.
Yeah.
well,
And the
I'll
only
fix
reason
that.
it made it is because they got rid of this laugh track because of my wife and I's prayer.
Yeah, that's right. Because God answers prayers. I don't think I got into any new comedies this year. I was trying to
Yeah,
think.
that's what I mean.
Yeah. None
But
of them.
the main girl in American Housewife, she's hilarious.
Yeah. No, you've mentioned this before.
I've
Once
never
again.
heard of that show either.
Yes, you have.
Yes,
Mhm.
you
He
have.
told us like 2 weeks ago that this was his favorite show.
Who's in
The-
it? Sorry,
This
not paying
girl who
attention.
reminds him of another girl. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of
Yeah,
the.
that is the whole point.
I'm gonna look it up.
And Pitch, I don't think we talked about much Pitch, but it's made most of our list. I think because I think it's about time that they use I think it's a different take on a lot of
Yeah.
different it's a different take on a baseball show. It's a different take on like playing with several timeline stories.
Yep.
It's a different take on
Well, it feels like on the surface it's a show that should be really gimmicky, but then it's not very gimmicky, which is like I don't know how they pulled that off, but it's the
Oh.
same guy who did This Is Us. Did you know that, Jason?
that makes sense.
It's the same producer on both shows.
I think that's awesome.
He's also done like 3 or 4 other ones that people really like. This is the only one he's done that I like, but
I'll have to look at the other ones he's got. Do you know
Yeah.
his name? I'll have to look that up. I'll look him up. Thanks.
Vogelsong or Fogelson or something like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And plus, it's got Zach from Saved by
It's
the
got
Bell.
Zach Morris. You gotta
Yeah.
like that.
Saved by the Bell, and it
Yeah.
has hip hop, which is rare.
Yeah.
I think it's rare to have hip hop in a show's soundtrack. P.S. If we were doing 5 best, your Chance the Rapper, I'm all about him now.
Yeah.
I'm all about him. I'm all about Chance the Rapper. He's my new jam, dude. What?
He's so good.
He is so good.
Here's my problem with
Yeah.
Chance the Rapper. This is entirely not about movies or TV shows or whatever we're talking about.
You can't get his record.
I wish he would rap more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I feel like he's got too much other stuff going on sometimes in his songs, and it's like you get like 30 seconds of him rapping, and he's such a good rapper that it's like, man, I could listen to that guy talk about like Chinese food or something. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
He's like super good.
All right, Bianca, save us 5.
Okay. I only have 3. I have
Unbelievable. We
No,
thought your
I-
book segment was bad. We should have waited for the TV show and stuff.
I have 3 new ones, and I'll just pick 2 old ones. But it's funny you say not a lot of hip hop, no comedies, because my favorite one for this year is Atlanta. And do you guys watch Atlanta?
I watched the first episode or 2.
I tried to
So-
get into it.
Much good music. And it's funny. It's kind of like
Yeah.
low key funny, but it's still funny. I would recommend that to anyone. I think it's my number 1 new show for last year. I've seen them all. I think.
The problem with Atlanta for me is it's on a channel that's hard for me to get.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it's not on Hulu yet, and it's not not on these other streaming things. So it's
Yeah, it
you have to
probably
stream
will
it
be
from
soon.
FX, but then it's
And the
just
problem
tricky.
with
It's harder to get.
Yeah.
Atlanta for me is I don't get it. I tried
Yeah.
to watch it. It's just one of those things I don't get it. I just
Oh,
don't
man.
get it at all.
Okay.
I
Sorry
really
about
I
liked
that.
the
love
first
you.
episode, but that was the only one I could watch, so I haven't had a chance to watch the rest.
Yeah, there's a character on there named Darius, who is my favorite character of new TV. Just
Nice.
get into him, because the Donald Glover character is a little harder to like really like him that much. But his friends are really great. So Atlanta, I'm going from number 1 down. Actually, no particular order, but I do really like Atlanta. And then another new one I liked. See, all my other ones are old, but did you guys watch the American Crime Story, The People vs. O.J. Simpson?
Oh, that
I
was
did
good.
not watch that one.
Yeah.
That
So
was
this
so
is
good.
the one. This is the one that's more of the campy one, not the
Yeah.
documentary from ESPN, which I also watched and enjoyed. But I really liked the campy one, the one with Sarah Paulson.
Yeah.
Just because I love funny. Most of my shows, I'm going to say, are funny shows. That's pretty much exclusively what I watch. But this one was dark and funny, which is right in my wheelhouse. So like dark and funny and made well. I really liked that one a lot. And then and this isn't new, but one of my favorite shows is Better Call Saul, and I thought it was really good this season. Most people forget that there was an entire season on earlier. I really like Better Call Saul, and then I'll just pick two more. When it comes to dark and funny, BoJack Horseman is the best of that. Dark and funny, and then just plain dark, barely funny. Total other extreme is Mr. Robot, which I really like.
Yes, I love Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
I did not like the second season as much, but
yeah, me neither. But I still really like it. I make sure
Mr.
to watch
Robot's
all those
fantastic.
episodes.
You
I like
reminded me
that.
of something with BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet. I've had it on good authority that it's actually a really good show. So I'm excited to check that out after.
A lot of comedians, yeah.
And the other Will Arnett Netflix show is really good. I can't think of the name of it. It's
Last Man on Earth.
No, that's
Will Forte. Will Arnett's the guy from Arrested Development.
Yeah.
We talked about it on the podcast before, but it didn't make my final five. But I really liked that show a lot.
What is it? I'm trying
I'll look
to
it up while we're talking. Explain BoJack Horseman for our audience that doesn't know what that is.
The shtick is it's a world where humans and animals live together. So some of the characters are animals and some of them are humans. But he is this. He was a star in the 80s from this really cheesy. It's like Full House show. He's the dad on a Full House show, and then he just kind of loses his fame and he gets disillusioned with what it was to be famous in the 80s, and people are kind of getting into darker stuff and he doesn't think anyone loves him. It's very like psychological. I actually saw this YouTube clip on the philosophy of BoJack Horseman, which I'll say it again. I'm not really into the philosophy parts of I don't know, just learning stuff. So this YouTube is really good on like what this character represents in his life, what this character represents, and why he's always he's never helping himself out. He's always putting himself in the worst situations, which is, as a viewer, like not great like to watch, but there's like a method to the madness, how he's gotten to be this way.
Yeah.
And so almost all the characters are played by comedians, so it's just the timing of it's funny. Everyone just is really good funny. And one of my favorite episodes, they're known for kind of their since the cartoon, they're known more for their lines, their funny lines. But then this last season, they had an entire episode where no one spoke because he went underwater. So the entire episode is visual, but you learn so much about him and yada yada, why he's even underwater.
That's crazy.
And yeah, so they really challenge themselves, the writers do, and I think the show really challenges itself. Like, oh, we could do this show, make it funny even without our famous like one-liners and characters and stuff like that. So anyway,
so the show I like that Will Arnett's on is called Flaked.
Oh, it's not a cartoon.
That was really it's a really good show. It's like 6 or 8 episodes. It's not very long, but
I've heard of that one, but I never watched it.
I talked about that one before a long time ago, but I like that one a lot. He plays like a guy who's in AA who just like keeps lying to himself and others, and he gets caught up in these like cliches that you use, like, or these lines that you use to help yourself get better, but he doesn't ever actually apply them to himself.
Yeah.
So that's a good show.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
I'll give it a try, and I like Bianca enough. I'll try that Atlanta again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good.
It may not be for everyone. It's for me though. I really like
the hard work of watching television.
Yeah.
Just because we're friends.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even watch TV.
I'll drink another Coke and just enjoy it. Smile.
Yeah. When I have to,
Yeah. All right, that's 5. That's 5, right?
No, did you do 5, B? Did you get all 5 in, or did you just do 3?
4 or 5.
All right.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I said 5.
Yeah, Mr. Robot with 5.
Okay, so what are the ones that together we all watched. Did we all see Stranger Things?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I just didn't pick it.
Have we all
I
seen
thought it
Mr.
was more
Robot?
like a movie.
It was kind of like a movie.
Did you say what?
Mr. Robot. Did you ever see that one, Jason?
I did.
All right, so we've all seen Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch Better Call Saul? You should.
No, I didn't. I can't.
It's so slow.
I love the guy, like the main character in that.
Bob Odenkirk.
He's one of my favorite people on the planet
Yeah.
to watch. He's so funny. But yeah, that's the same. Oh, it's the same problem as I have with Atlanta, which is it's on a channel that doesn't stream.
Oh, it's the same
anyway,
channel,
so then
I think.
I just don't get it. And I didn't like. I'm like one of the 4 people in the world who didn't like Breaking Bad, so.
You're probably not gonna like this one then.
I don't know, and I just don't. I don't want to be hurt again. You know?
I'm one of the other 4 though, so there's 2. Half of the people.
And it's funny because Jason and I both like really dark stuff, but I did not like what they did with the dark stuff in Breaking Bad.
It had to do. The reason I don't like Breaking Bad, it had all to do with timing. But, like the same reason I don't like Friends. It's when I don't know. I was without a TV and everybody was loving Friends, and I loved to not like it. And then Breaking Bad, I was working with a bunch of drug recovery people, and they were like, "Why the F are they putting my life on TV and entertaining with it?" So they were like, and so that's why I link it with.
I'm with it.
Yeah. Anyhow.
With it. So it's been a pretty good year in TV, right? So 2016 will go down.
Did you all watch George Lopez? That's another comedy that I was thinking of.
Isn't that like an old school show or no? Is that a brand new one?
There was like a George Lopez show, and then there was just a show called Lopez, I think. It was on the FX too. I think it might be on the same channel as. That was pretty good too. I was just looking for something we all watched, but it's crazy.
Hey,
we were all watching different stuff. What?
Didn't Colbert start this year, or was this last year?
Yeah, it wouldn't make my top 5.
You reference it every single podcast.
I know, but I just like the music. I don't. Now I would rather him be on Comedy Central doing the Colbert Report.
Yeah, I hear you. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, those are our 15 or 13 or whatever it ended up being because we had some left. So if you have anything, I know we had one listener reach out and tell me to watch a show that I have not watched yet, but we'll get back to that at some point in a future podcast. But hopefully you enjoyed.
What show?
If you like this podcast, then listen to the next one. It's gonna be about movies.
What show?
Oh, he said to watch the OA. Has anybody seen that one yet?
Oh,
I started it as a raunchy sex scene.
Right away. I was like, come on, dude.
They always do that now.
Yeah.
Really quick on it. I was like, I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah.
All of a sudden there it was. I was like, oh, come on. So I'll get back into that one and we'll give a hot take on what we think.
It seems like they've already. No, I'm not even going to give that one a shot. It seems like they already did that one like 20 times. What's that HBO show? Leftovers. The Leftovers. It's the
you
same.
Think it's the same thing?
I think it's the same thing. And The Left Behind, the great series by Tim LaHaye.
Show? I the Rapture show. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. That is TV shows for 2016. Our next one will be about movies from 2016. So please listen to that and remember to subscribe and pass this on to your friends. In the new year, we will start right back to our regular rotation where we'll be talking about different things going on in our lives. But for now, we have one more list podcast to go, and then we'll be done with those. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. All right, that's a long enough gap. We can start the next one.
Okay.
What does it mean when it says live on the screen?
It means it's live.
It's less like The Leftovers and more like that other show. What's that one show that was first in England and then they tried it over here where this person disappears for a bunch of time and then
Stranger Things.
No. Not Stranger Things, you commie scum. There was another show. It was I forget the name.
It happens a lot. I
can't.
Yeah.
They disappear and then they come back.
Yeah. It was. It was first. I don't remember. Hold on, I'll look it up. You keep talking. Are we doing that? This is
we're going right into movies.
Okay, movies.
Good timelines, guys.
How many movies are we doing?
5.
5. There weren't 5 good movies.
We're doing the exact same thing we just did with TV shows.
I know, but okay. This is gonna be a stretch because this is a sucky year for movies, I think.
Hey, and say that right up front, man. That's good.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Hot
All
take.
right. Hot take.
You want to go first, Jason? I'll introduce it.
Sure.
I was happy with my list, so
I was happy with your list too.
yeah. All right. Good. All right. Thank you for joining Five Best. I'm Greg. I'm joined by Jason and Bianca. Jason is in Muskegon, Michigan, and Bianca is in Seattle, Washington. Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and you are listening to our last list of the year, which is the 5 best movies we saw this last year, preferably movies that were released in 2016, but Jason may try to fudge that a little bit as we get closer. So we're going to just kickstart it. If you enjoy 5 Best, then go ahead and sign up, subscribe so you get these whenever they come out, and tell your friends about it. That's the best way for us to kind of grow it. And we've got Bianca on again, even though she's been on a few other ones. If you haven't heard her yet, this is going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to try to keep her around in the coming year. So so get used to her, because she's going to start bringing some heat.
She's
all
like
right.
no, never mind.
All right, let's just leave it like that.
It's not radio appropriate.
No. All right, Jason, why don't you start us off? What's your list of 5 best movies you saw this year?
Oh gosh, I can't believe that this is. I have a hard time even thinking of 5 movies that are worth mentioning this year. I think it's been a bad movie year. I think it was.
Once we get talking about movies, you're going to remember some and be like, "Oh, that's right, that was good."
Maybe not. It's.
Okay.
I think I can compare it to like 1996 or 1997 when Gladiator won Best Film. That's this year. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's that
I
many.
think Gladiator is way later than that, but
Uh-huh.
Really?
You're thinking,
are you thinking
No.
of Braveheart?
No, Gladiator. What year was that?
2000 maybe? 2001? I don't know.
Hold on. I'm
I'm looking it up right now, dude.
You look at
98 was Titanic and Good Will Hunting.
That was a really good year. Gladiator
Yeah.
2000.
Good Will Hunting.
Gladiator was 2000.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Oh, gosh. All right. Now, I guess I don't even know 5 movies. Okay. I'll try.
Well, I'm glad we're having you go first.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do 4. I'll give you 4 and then that's it. And I'll do them in, I think, order, I guess. Civil War, that Marvel one.
Oh yeah.
That was this year, and
Yeah.
that was a really good
It
film.
was.
I like what Marvel's doing with all their films. I like that
Yeah.
stuff. And was that the one where it ends with them as a group, fighting to save this town because the
It
town?
always ends with them as a group fighting.
Yeah,
I think
but
so.
no. But is that the one where there's like a city that's lifting off the ground and they're trying to?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the ending of that one?
I think
it
you
is.
might be-
I don't think it
What-
is, Jason.
You're thinking of X-Men.
No, I'm not the.
I
know it.
remember because we
I know
watched
I'm
them
thinking of
back to
Avengers.
back at your house. We
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
one and then the other, and I keep forgetting which one's which.
I forget which one's which. But anyway,
It's the only one I've seen of those whole series. I don't.
Civil War, right there, Marvel. The Shallows. With
Oh,
the
yeah.
that surfer girl.
Yep.
Zootopia.
Yeah.
And I think the number 1 movie from this 2016 was just released a couple weeks ago, and it's Rogue One. I think that.
Oh
movie
yeah, I really
movie
like
t-
that.
That movie takes it. So
It's
that's the 4.
good.
That's the 4 I could come up with.
That's pretty good 4 though.
Good job, Jason.
Yeah.
Hey, Bianca, did you have Rogue One on your list?
Nope. Even though I did see it.
All right, let's talk about Rogue One for a second because I've got that
Okay.
on my list too. I thought that we'll say spoiler alert just on the off chance we say something that if you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been out
And
for a
then
little while.
come back and listen to the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, but we'll say spoiler alert right now. We'll talk for a couple minutes and then we'll tell you when to come back. Although it's gonna be hard for you to hear that if you left.
Yeah.
Put it on 2 times speed.
I thought the end of the movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
I liked the whole thing for the most part. The hardest part for me watching it was, again, spoiler alert, just knowing they were all gonna die.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you kind of knew that the whole movie, so it was hard for me to really get invested in anybody the way I wanted to. You know?
Yeah. I thought this one did the best job of tying it all together. Like,
Oh, for sure,
it
for
seemed
sure.
the most connected even to the 70s one. Like,
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
it was really good. I can't.
There's a
believe
great like Facebook, or I think Gilbertson might have posted this, Jason. But there's this great article about like spoiler alerts for the sequel to Rogue One, and it just pulls clips from New Hope. It's pretty funny.
They get the information out.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
No, I really like
say it's a sad day in Star Wars land because Princess Leia died yesterday.
Yeah.
That
Very
sucks.
for sure.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We can talk more about that next week or whenever when we go back to our regular list. But yeah, Rogue One was on mine too, Jason. I was with you on that one. I really like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
Do you want to just go next, Greg?
Made the whole thing. So, was that be?
Would you want to just go next since Rogue One's one of yours?
I could do that.
Let's do it.
Do we want to talk about any of the other ones on his list?
I've never heard of Shallows.
The Shallows is the same reason.
It looked really good. I haven't seen it.
The Shallows is really good. It's a woman versus shark movie, and
It's like Castaway and Jaws meet, right?
yes.
Oh,
And
is it Blake Lively?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about now.
and I don't know why it brings me back to my pro women year. This is 2016 pro women year, and I think we've seen some female comedies like filling in the role, like just like like the female versions of Old School, and like I don't know, I think we're seeing a lot of these female versions of all these other kinds of movies, but I love the female versions of just the hero that takes control, that has like power that comes from inside at their core. I like The Shallows because I love what's the other one? Long Kiss Goodnight back in the day with what's her face?
Yeah.
Gina Davis. Wasn't that an awesome movie?
That was a pretty good movie, yeah.
And we mentioned a little while ago when we're sick we watch certain movies. I forgot to mention I love the one with who's that little girl? Jodie Foster in the Panic Room. The Panic Room. I don't know why I like to watch that movie, but I like to watch that movie when I'm sick. But I just dig that. I think it goes back to why I like Malia, and that's why I like, I don't know, just moms and women have at their core this like fierceness.
Yeah.
That is it's so interesting when it's paired with compassion. Like one time we were sitting at the beach and this guy was surfing right near our son, and he carved into the wave, and the skags came like maybe like 6 inches from my kid's head. And before I could even think, my wife and her sister were halfway out in the water yelling at this kid. It was awesome. I was like, dude, that is awesome. I don't know. It's just like there was this mother instinct, and there was this just primal, like amazing. I don't know. So that's why I liked it. I might be reading too much into The Shallows, but
yeah. It looked really good. It looked like it would be like a perfect like pool party movie.
Yeah.
Pool party.
Yeah. And spoiler alert once again, she survives. And
you watch movies at pool parties?
Well, like when I was a kid,
that's too much swimming. That's too much swimming. I'm going inside.
Let's
throw a movie on.
You go to the public pool, and they would like project Jaws while you floated around the pool, and it was like terrifying and fun. Listen, I was like 7th or 8th grade.
Okay.
This one's and then some jerk to go around and like tap people on the legs at different times. Mess with their heads. I think that'd be good.
I think it's like a huge hurdle for a movie maker. Everyone going into the theater knows exactly what's going to happen,
right?
And still keep people interested. I think that's the strength of this movie, The Shallows.
I think she should have died. That would have messed people up.
Yeah.
It only has to happen once or twice, and then you start remembering that they might die in the movie.
Yeah.
Because there's that movie with like those guys who get stuck treading water and they end up dying. That one's like,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, I've got my list. This one is not in any particular order, but here are my 5. I have Rogue One, and then The Arrival, movie Keanu, Nice Guys.
If I were to put a 5 on there, I'd put Keanu. I just remembered you recommended that, and it's.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. I laughed harder at that movie than any other movie this year. By a lot. It's so funny. Oh man, there's so much in that movie I really like.
I haven't seen it yet, but I really am going to.
You need to see it. Bianca.
I know.
Especially
I know.
like in honor
A
of
lot of
George
people.
Michael. Like George Michael plays a big role in that movie.
Yeah.
Like George Michael, the 80s singer-songwriter.
Yeah, who also just died.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you meant Arrested Development, George.
No. I mean
Okay.
actual George Michael. That
Oh,
movie
okay.
is just hysterical. When he does,
I'm going to watch it. I've been
I've
meaning to.
But the scene where he does the backflip is like my favorite scene of the whole.
Okay.
Because he just looks like he has no idea how he did it either. All right. Then I also had Nice Guys and Pop Star. I thought all of those
Oh
were pretty good.
gosh.
Yeah, I had a weird list.
Yeah, you're all over the place.
All
Weird year.
over the place. That was a weird year. It was a weird year.
I think
'Cause-
my list reflects that.
yeah.
What's Nice Guys?
Nice Guys is the Ryan Gosling Cameron Crowe movie, or Cameron. No, what's his name? Not Cameron.
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Crowe.
Yeah.
Russell. Crowe.
Gladiator.
Had the wrong Crowe.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe and
Okay.
Ryan Gosling are like 70s cops.
That movie, Nice Guys, I think had the funniest trailer. I
Yeah.
think that trailer got me.
That trailer's there were scenes in that movie that like I was almost crying laughing at in certain parts. The overall movie is not like a fantastic, amazing movie, but any movie that gets you to laugh that hard a couple of times is worth recommending. There's like some sexual stuff in it that's not great, and it's and there's some swearing and all that kind of stuff too. But there's a scene where he's like trying to dodge bullets on this car that's on a round table, like spinning around, and so Ryan Gosling keeps having to run with the table as it's spinning, so he's not getting shot. It's fantastic. I laughed so hard at that. I don't know why.
That's good.
But
Did you see it in the
it's really
theater?
good. What was that?
Did you see it in the theater?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, and then Popstar was the one I was waiting for the most. That was easily Popstar and Rogue One were the two movies I was most excited about this year.
I saw it the day it came out. I was so excited.
Me too. It was not as good as I wanted it to be, but some
But
moments in that
still,
were fantastic.
I laughed so hard. I mean, I remember laughing really hard
Yes.
at it, but I
Yeah.
didn't put it on my list.
Man, that was, all right. So that's my list. That's my 5.
Okay. Well, we did overlap with Arrival because I put that one on my list.
Nice.
I really like space movies, and that was a good one. I actually just saw Passengers too. It's not on my list, but
Is it good?
It is good, but it's a romantic movie. It could have happened not on a spaceship,
It
but
didn't have to be in space. All right.
no. But the fact that it is in space makes it cool. So, so I have Arrival. I like that one, and then 3 kind of like low key movies. We're not blockbusters, but if you guys have heard of Sing Street, it's this. It's an English movie, and it's an English kid, and he's in high school, and he starts a band, and it's really low key, but they make music. They wrote songs for the movie, and the songs are really good. And it's just a cute coming of age movie. Sing Street. Another one. One's from New Zealand. It's called Hunt for Wilder People, and it's written by one of the guys who also wrote What We Do in the Shadows, that vampire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's funny like that, but it's also heartwarming. It's about a family, Hunt for Wilder People.
That's one of the Flight of the Conchord guys, right?
Yep. Well, no, wait. Interesting. Yeah, it's one of the guys who wrote In the Shadows, but it's neither Jermaine
But it's
or
not
Brett.
one of the Flight. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, but he's in the movie. He's also one of the vampires in the movie anyway.
Yeah.
But there are no vampires in Hunt for Wilder People. It's just about like a foster kid getting
Hey, say the
adopted.
name one more time, but slower. Hunt for what?
Wilder People. So
Okay.
there's a line where they talk about wilder beasts,
Yeah.
and so they're like, well, we're wilder people. Anyway, it's a word they made up. It's not
Yeah,
real.
I get it.
So it's like
And then-
Wilder People.
Wilder. Yeah.
If you were spelling it, that's what it would look like.
Or is it
That's how Jason would say it.
Is it wildebeest or wildebeest?
It's wildebeest. Yeah.
It's wildebeest.
Oh, so wilder people then.
But if you were New Zealander, you would say it with an ER.
wilder people, yeah.
Wilder
You're
People. I'd call them wildly people.
Oh boy.
And then the third low-key one is Don't Think Twice, which is the Mike Birbiglia movie about an
I really
improv
want to see that
troupe.
movie.
I really liked it, mostly because I like any show or movie having to do with a family. Nice. And this one is not their immediate family, but it's a family that they've created of friends that are in an improv troupe, and how do you be a family together like that? So Don't Think Twice. And then the one that's not low key at all, but I really liked, was Ghostbusters, the all female version of Ghostbusters. I laughed really hard a lot in that movie. And I know it got a lot of flack, but I enjoyed it. I mean, it was a good time.
Nice.
So,
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's well worth watching. I'm with you on that. Your list is really good.
Oh, thanks.
We were banking on that because Jason's list was terrible.
Yeah.
Jason only had 4.
See, because I didn't watch that many. I didn't watch many new movies this year. I watched a lot of old movies over and over.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that happens.
That's what happens some years, you know.
It happens some years.
Have you
There's
ever
a
seen
bunch of movies I wanted to see that I haven't seen. What's like on your list? What's a movie you've wanted to see from this year that you haven't watched yet?
I want to see Keanu.
Yeah, basically, Bianca's list.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Don't Think Twice. I've never heard of Sing Street.
Oh, I think you'd like Sing Street, Jason.
I bet you, because I like movies like that. I like
Yeah.
Once, and there's this movie called Song One. I think
I for sure want to see Don't Think Twice. That's been on my list. I love Mike Birbiglia.
Although when I saw it, I was recommending it to everyone. I was like, everyone's gonna love it. It's so great. And then some friends of mine who actually do like Mike Birbiglia, they're like, it was okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you're gonna love it. You know, if you like Mike Birbiglia, you're gonna love it. I guess that's not true, but I both like Mike Birbiglia and I love Don't Think Twice. But I love movies about families. So
Yeah.
And I like.
Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
I think Mike Birbiglia guy, he thinks I don't know. I saw his comedy special on Netflix or Amazon or something. I saw one of these things by him, and it was totally different than every other comedy special I've ever seen. And it ends with like kind of a testimonial or whatever. Do you remember that one? Does anybody?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I can't watch him very long before I start trying to talk like him.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Like, he gets like a cadence to his voice, and it's just
Yeah.
I immediately slip into it. So I can't watch a lot of him if I'm preaching.
Well, he's not in it. He's just one of the many characters. He's not even like
Right. No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that movie.
But he wrote
The
it.
two
Yeah.
I want to see really badly that I haven't seen yet are Hell and High Water. And,
I saw that.
Was it good or no?
Yeah. It's also
I still
pretty
want to see
slow,
Doctor Strange.
but we're also you're from Texas now, but just being from Texas, watching with a bunch of Texans, we're like, oh yeah, this movie's awesome. But I don't know how it would, if you weren't already predisposed to loving desert, then.
Well, I like the actors a lot too. So
Yeah, they're really good in it.
Yeah.
Sorry, your second one?
My second one was Doctor Strange. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that one either. But he's not really my favorite Marvel character.
Well, no.
But
the new Spider-Man looks good though. I'm excited about that one because I do like Spider-Man a lot.
Hell or High Water, who's in that?
Chris Pine,
The Dude.
Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine, and Ben Foster. And it takes place in Texas, and the two young ones are robbers, and Jeff Bridges is the sheriff out to get him. He's not a sheriff, but
Yeah.
Official person. He's really good at it. I mean, they're all really good in it. It's like Stranger Things. I'm just like, I know why I like it, but I don't know why everyone likes it. Like, I'm watching Stranger Things like this is perfectly made for me, but everyone's having that experience. It's really strange to me.
That's a weird, surreal kind of thing, right?
Yeah, so I'm watching Hell or High Water after hearing all these great things about it. I'm like, why does everyone like this movie? Like, I do like it. It's good, but I don't know what the formula is that like everyone's gonna like this.
I get that with albums once in a while, where it's like an album will just like skyrocket, and it's one I like.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is not the best album I have. Why is this like number one on these charts?
Yeah. Why does everyone like this?
How is it connecting in ways I don't understand?
Yeah. There's no way that everyone's having the same experience as me, but everyone's coming to the same conclusion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this about Stranger Things. Everyone's like, it's gonna be the best, it's gonna be the best. So I sat and watched it, and I was like, I know why me and my sister like this movie, but
I think that's what's amazing about that show, though, is I think they layered that with those elements. So like whatever stage you happen to be at, like your stage is represented in some way in there.
Yeah.
And then even if it's not the stage you're in now, you remember that stage. Like for Jason and I, that's a super nostalgic movie.
Yeah.
Or show, because it looks like every show we watched growing up.
Yeah.
Like all the movies we remember from growing up. I think maybe you and I had this conversation a long time ago, about the way memory works, and like
Pearl Jam.
Like particularly like Napoleon Dynamite as an example, where
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite feels like an old movie, but you never actually know when it takes place.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, because it's the way, and it doesn't feel chronological, but your memories don't work chronologically either, right? You're just pulling these pieces, and it's Stranger Things managed to take all those pieces and string them together so that at any point, any of us will be like, was it?
They're clumped by feelings, not by chronology.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My favorite part of this whole day, probably the fire, is when you just said Pearl Jam.
I thought you were gonna
Greg's on. We've had this conversation before. Pearl Jam. And we were talking about memories and
like the nostalgia aspect.
Yeah.
We could talk about that.
I know.
But that's not where you were going.
That's not where I was going, but that's okay. Pearl Jam is always where you're going. So
my sister and I, we growing up, maybe we shouldn't have because we were such a young age, but we would read like Stephen King and Dean Koontz books. And this was Firestarter. I mean, this was once again Drew Barrymore. Here we go. But
True.
I hear myself in the echo. Did someone just take off their headphones?
No. All right, but that's a good spot for us to finish up our list, I think.
Yep.
All right, so that's our last list for 2016. When you hear us next, we'll be in a new year, and we'll go back to our regular format. Where we'll each share what's going on in our lives that we're excited about and what we're grateful for. So thank you so much for listening this year. We're really excited to be going into a new year with this, and we're excited to have B on board. Bianca, thank you very much. Listeners, subscribe and spread it around. That's not going to be the name of the podcast.
Why not? JBG.
Right. Why do you always get to be first, Jason? All right. All right. Happy New Year. We'll see you guys all in 2017.